Whoever made this game, you suck. Bad? I hate you. I hope that every time you wake up, you have nightmares about this game. And I hope that when you have nightmares about this game, you just... Oh, that's a laser. Whoopsie. Good work. Of course, this is basic surgery. It's just basic surgery.
Doctor?
I said I did a bad job. Why did I do a bad job? I thought I did great. Perfect needle work. I do sew in my free time, but by that I mean I don't sew in my free time. It's a hospital more money the more I make a mistake. Oh, sorry, I put it. Oh, I'm sorry. I just keep putting it. Sorry. I just keep. Damn it! I just keep dropping it back into the wound. Damn it! Hold on. Ow, I dropped it back into the wound again. Wait, am I gonna kill him? Perfect. I can't do the healing touch for some reason. Angie, can you listen to me for like 2 seconds? I hate this game. Dr. Castle, why aren't you doing your job? Are you just standing there? Hop in. Everybody's at fault here. We have another doctor on duty for situations like this. Hop in.
Let's begin.
I'm about to crash out. I can do it. I'm a good doctor. 2 patients down. 3rd time's the charm. Everything is going well. Please continue the treatment. What do you mean continue? I'm not done? What do you mean? It's still going?
We're running out of time.
What do you mean? There's a time limit? There's a time limit on surgery? Since when? I thought we were just having a good time. I thought surgery was supposed to be fun and rewarding. Hold on. Patient's dying again. Hold on. What the f is happening? Oh my gosh. Angie, this patient's gonna die. Oh, I ran out of good juice. Suck, suck, suck. The good juice. I'm losing vitals. I'm losing vitals. Breathe. Stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. How long do I have to do this for, Angie? Why can't you help me? Aren't you a nurse? What are you doing? You're just standing around. I can't just stick it with the needle over there. Ah! Have you noticed any changes during your operations? Well, sometimes I started smoking weed before I did surgery because, like, I've been bored. So, like, time moves much more slower than usual. That must be a result of your extraordinary concentration or the weed I have. Dude, try it. Edibles. Who's the doctor here? I'm the doctor. He's fine. If he dies, he dies. I'm sure he's fine. You're overreacting. We're gonna remove the polycule in your throat. Sorry about that. This is a monogamous only hospital. We can't have a polycule here. Who let Valdie in the operating room? I'm a doctor now. Dr. Die, if you will. My first name is Val, short for Valdie. My last name is Die, short for Valdie. I'm worried about the F3 because I don't know what this game is gonna show if I do F3. You know what I mean? Like, if I put F3 in, will it dox me? First, last name, credit card information. You never know with these horror games. My social security number in the mix. Okay, everybody, what's your favorite social security number? And I live in an apartment. Probably should not be screaming my lungs out. Now that I think about it, my poor neighbors. Although one time, I was like, hey, I'm sorry for screaming. Like, I didn't, like, I thought no one was who did. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so fine, we barely heard you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, I was like, yeah, I was playing a game. And they're like, well, oh, what horror game were you playing? And I was like, Fall Guys? Love my neighbors, they're so chill. So I was like, dude, I remember the last time you talked about Applebee's. And I was like, I really just love Applebee's. Salem is the most destructive. Did you know he broke he wanted water in a glass like he doesn't have a water cap fountain and a water bowl around 24/7. He wanted the glass of water on my desk. It spilt because he's a clumsy ass cat. And it spilt on my power strip that has everything plugged into my computer. And it broke the power strip. Thank God it didn't fry any of the wires. But the power strip is gone. Luckily, I always have a backup of every What the f was that? I was telling a story, Mr. Entity. Now, if you'll excuse me. Where the f is that? Shoot! F off! Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I hate everything about this. I can't! Was that someone going to... Why am I slowed? Why am I slow? Get out of my head. Wait. Off! Off! Not again. What a wonderful swim. I'm glad you got a wonderful swim. Don't... Are you kidding me? Should have shot back first. What do you mean? Yeah, my bad. It was a whole skill issue. I should have shot first. Dude, you... Ah! Ah! What the f... I am more pissed off than I am scared of you. What the f is... Hey! Get away from me! Get away from me! 6 feet apart! You can't swim! You can't swim! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! You're gonna say your name, what your major is, and one fun fact about yourself. Hi, I'm Valdie. My major is witchcraft, and one fun fact about myself is that I eat mosquitoes like they're gushers. The evil one in a friend group spices it up. You know what I like to do, and you guys are gonna give me shit for this. If I'm in a call with friends, and they're like, I have to go to bed, I always say, no, you're not. And then they don't. And then they're there for another hour. And then they go, I have to go to bed. And then I go, no, you don't. And then they don't. And then they're there for another hour. Every time they're like, why do I listen to you? And I'm like, I don't know. You should have not listened to me. There's someone that worked in the post office. Or I know, I have a friend who works in the post office. He's like he handles the packages and sorts them. And he was saying, yeah, I think every shift I at least see one live animal. What do you mean? He was like, you would be shocked about how many people send live animals through the mail. But it's, you guys have to know, when you go back home, like you move out, and then you go back home for like holidays or whatever, and you like, you have to spend the night at your parents, and you're like, oh my gosh, I miss my freedom. I miss having like the ability to just order Panda Express and not be judged for my actions. That's exactly what it was like. I was like, thank God I moved out. Do that. That's so mean. I only talk shit about my friends. They deserve it. I'm kidding. If you could eat a brick, would you? I feel like if I was allowed to eat a brick and no, like, consequences would happen, I would eat a brick. Fun fact, where I broke down when I was on it, I got stuck with the jumping ghost. Every fucking second, you're like, ah, there it is again. Ah, what you want to know? I got stuck on the Small World ride. I was stuck on the Small World ride, and it was like halfway out of the ride where the like sun was hitting us. It was like 103 degrees that day. So I was stuck at that, but I still heard the Small World music. I was stuck on that for 30 minutes. I was stuck at a part where they couldn't get us off the ride. So I almost died. I swear. I was tortured. Dead Island, the original Dead Island, is one of the best games ever made, and no one can at me. You can't tell me that thing doesn't bring you endless comedic value and joy. I was so worried about Dead Island 2, and I heard it's a really good game, but I don't, like, the thing about the first Dead Island that was so good is that, like, oh, it was so bad. One of the funniest games ever made. Did you play Riptide already? I hate Riptide. Dead Island, the original Dead Island, is one of the best games ever made, and no one can at me. You can't tell me that thing doesn't bring you endless comedic value and joy. I was so worried about Dead Island 2, and I heard it's a really good game, but I don't, like, the thing about the first Dead Island that was so good is that, like, oh, it was so bad. One of the funniest games ever made. Did you play Riptide already? I hate Riptide. When you can have a VTuber. Trauma dump in their chat.